Hey, it's Sunny Badummy, back out here again with another unscripted video because I have not had the time to sit down and write a script for anything as of late. Partly because I'm preparing for finals because, again, as some people might know, I am in my last year of high school and I am graduating in 2 months-ish. So I've been preparing for that. I've been studying a lot, and also I've been trying to find pretty dresses that I can wear. But besides that, I've also been working out because I need it for health reasons. I'm trying to get promoted from Sunny Badummy to Sunny the Muscle Mommy, and that's just not gonna happen on its own, so I need to put in the work. And I am hurting in muscles that I didn't even know that I had. So, yeah. But anyways, you didn't click on this video to hear me talk about my swole endeavors. You came here to hear me shit on the art community. Again, because that is what I do best. Leading me to the topic of today's video, art theft has lost all meaning. Hear me out before you angrily start tapping away. Missing someone's art and only making minor changes, or not making any changes at all, but it's the exact same it's the exact same drawing, but either in your art style or you traced it, but you technically drew it, because you traced it and you colored it in on your own. Yeah, that's art theft. There's no discussion about it. That is art theft. You are a thief. You are going to artist jail. Also, if you screenshot someone's art and you repost it onto your page and say that you drew it, art theft. If you, again, screenshot someone's art, download it, post it, and you don't credit the artist, and you notice that a bunch of people are saying, "Wow, that's really good. You're a fantastic artist. How did you do that? Oh my god, you're so good." If you notice that people are commenting that type of stuff on your page, and instead of saying like, "Oh no guys, I did not draw that," or "No, I didn't do this. This is just a re-upload of someone else's art. Here's their account, you can check them out." If you're not saying that stuff, and instead you're just leaving those, "Oh my god, that's so cool. Your drawing's so cool," comments on your page, and you're not responding to that, saying, "No, that's not mine," but like you're not confirming nor denying the fact that it's yours, yeah, that's art theft, and you're a douchebag. I'm not talking about that type of thing. I'm talking about these ridiculous types of theft that have come up within the recent years. Mainly, art style theft, pose theft, color palette theft, brush theft, and those really ridiculous types of theft that cannot be coming from any other place except entitlement. Because honestly, some artists are so entitled that they think that they own a bunch of stuff, because obviously they're so great and their artist minds are so fantastic and so big that there's no way that anyone else could be even a smidget, a fraction as creative as they are. And they're just so grandiose that if anyone ever uses the same color as them, uses the same hand pose as them, uses a similar eye drawing technique as them, it's obviously because they are copying them. And this person that has been copying this entire artist's essence, they need to be jailed, they need to be canceled, deplatform, tomato, we hate them, they suck, they should commit unalive, they're horrible, they have not a smidget of creativity in their body, no friends, no family, no job, no aspirations, no creativity, no dog, no no dog, no pigeon, no nothing. Because of course, again, entitlement, that's what it is. Last time I opened the Googles, this was a free country and we could do whatever we wanted. Hello, good morning. And honestly, you might be thinking, Sunny, babes, this is just one of your made up hypothetical arguments. No one in their right mind is saying stuff like this. No one's going around accusing people of stealing their poses, of stealing their color palettes. Like, that's not reasonable. That's not what some random sane person is doing. And honestly, I wish that you were right. But if you're watching this video on YouTube, you can, you know, after you finish watching this video, you can go on and just type in pose theft, color palette theft. You can search these up and you're gonna find thousands of videos talking about this. Albeit, once I checked pose theft out, most of the videos are from 3 years ago. But I'm making my video now because I can. But you can Google these and you're gonna find thousands of videos talking about these different topics. What you will not find is brush theft, or at least I don't think so, because I made it up. I made it up on the spot. But I honestly would not be surprised if you found brush theft as well. Because again, people are entitled. Let's start off talking about art style theft, because I think that this was really interesting. Because in reality, I believe, now hear me out on this one, I believe that everyone to an extent has stolen someone else's art style. Again, bear with me. People are drawing in their own way, but you know, they started off somewhere. They didn't just start sketching away. I think that everyone at some point has looked up a tutorial on how to draw this, how to draw that. Personally, I started off with Mark Crilly, drawing with Jazza, people like that. And I believe that once you view those types of tutorials and you start implementing the knowledge that you gain from them, you are in essence taking what that person does, and what is in essence their art style, and you're implementing it into your own work. And that can be seen as art theft by some people. Art style theft. My bad. Same thing with the how to draw, and like, if you remember this account, how to draw, and then it's like random chibis with like these big eyes, and then everyone was drawing stuff with like the same type of big eyes. Like, that was just people drawing, and they were inspired by this artist. I wouldn't say that it was art style theft, because I don't think it really exists, because again, people are taking inspiration from other people, implementing it into their own work. If someone copies the exact image that another artist did and it has the exact same art style, then yeah, that's theft. But if this artist has striking similarities to the way in which you draw, it doesn't inherently mean that they're stealing your work. If you spend your entire life drawing in a specific way, but you've only ever drawn, like, I don't know, ballerinas, and you see someone that has a style very reminiscent to you, but they're drawing, I don't know, men on motorcycles. I don't know. But you see that, like, oh, they use some of the same colors that I do. The way that they draw the body anatomy is very similar to mine. They've obviously taken my style. Like, that makes no sense. You're not being reasonable at that point. And I think that it's very interesting how a lot of the people that are accusing other people of art style theft just so happen to have art classes that they either sell to people on their Patreon, etc., or they show people for free on YouTube. I find that very interesting, because if you don't want people copying your art style, then maybe don't show them step by step how to do that very thing. It's just a suggestion. If you can't take the fact that, at least for a while, some people are going to be implementing the techniques that you show them. Let's say that you have this very specific way that you shade, and you show this to someone, step by step how to do that, and then you see a bunch of people shading in the exact same way that you do. Maybe it wasn't the smartest thing ever to show them how to do that very thing. Like, come on, it's common sense. And even then, even if, let's say that you don't have tutorials up on YouTube or any platform, you're just posting your art, no speed draws, because of course when you post a speed draw, people can see, like, oh, you draw your heads in this way, you do anatomy in that way, blah blah blah. Let's say that you only post images on the internet because you want your platform, you want this, you want that. There's nothing stopping me. There's nothing stopping Sunny Badami from looking at your artwork and being like, you know what, I really like the way so-and-so uses color. I'm going to take this image, I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to try and implement what I like from this artist into my own work. How do I know this? Because I'm doing it right now. As we speak, the image that you see behind me, I found an image that has the exact same color palette going on. And I was like, you know what? I like this. I'm taking it. Is it art theft? No. I'm gonna show you the image right now. I found this while scrolling on Pinterest. Do I know who drew this? No. I'm definitely going to look it up and post it. Like, you're gonna be able to see who made it on the screen. If they have social media, I'm gonna tag them, because again, I'm using their artwork on YouTube. I'm showing it, and it's not mine, so I'm gonna credit them. But if you see the end product of this drawing and the original drawing side by side, obviously same colors, same technique when it comes to like shading and this and that. Well, not exactly the same, because again, I'm just looking at this drawing and trying to figure out what's going on and implementing it into my own work. But like, is it theft? No. The only similarities is colors. And that leads me to the second point. Color theft? Color palette theft? Are you kidding me? Do you think that you invented colors? I don't think so. If you actually believe that you are so talented that you made up colors and you're putting color palettes behind paywalls on Etsy, you have lost your mind. And I don't know what's sadder, the fact that people are going on Etsy and looking up color palettes that they can buy. They're paying money to use colors, and they're doing it happily because they believe that, you know, you can actually invent color palettes. Or some random person going on to the internet, putting in random colors on like a little sheet and being like, you know what, I can sell this, I can make money off of this. It's colors. Please behave. Capitalism has gone too far. Yeah, I have no words. You don't own colors. You don't own color. you don't own color palettes. Weirdo. Next. Pose theft. Yeah. You didn't invent the human body. You didn't invent poses. People do that all the time. I'm sorry, but like, some people be saying that they invented the most basic poses known to mankind. You didn't. You didn't. And there's no logistical way that you can say that you invented said pose. There's none. Because I can just argue like, oh, I saw, I don't know, Kanye West doing the same pose, and I drew that. It makes no sense. You're weird. Again, I genuinely believe that all of this art theft is just coming from people that are extremely entitled, and they feel like they should be credited for doing the bare minimum. Albeit, if you have a very specific composition, like you have, I don't know. Again, if you have very specific composition in your work, I can see how it would be considered art theft. And this isn't like a science. Of course, there will be gray areas. But in general, art theft, or these fake, ridiculous versions of art theft, they're not real. Color palette theft, not real. Pose theft, not real. Art style theft, we can debate about it, but most of the time, not real. Yeah. I have nothing left to say. Stay safe and don't be a stranger. Peace!